Howdy, y'all. Well, it's been 6 months since I started this experiment. They say most people has already done this stuff, but powder coat and Titegroup. So we're seeing how long we can make this last and still function properly. So we've had our bullet and some powder in here, and it's been sitting on my shelf. It gets moved every now and then, but nothing crazy, but it's pretty much been pretty level. So let's open it up here and take a look. And it's been sitting in there, so it definitely has a funny look to it, and the powder is stuck on the bottom. Let me get down here into the light to where we can see a little bit better. All right. It's definitely got a funny look to it. It's definitely not shiny like the fresh powder coat looks like. So we're going to put that back in the jar, because that's going to come back out in another 6 months. And right now what we got is, we had loaded up 15, or actually what, 17, and we shot 5 of them across the chronograph to get our base numbers, and I'd have to double check what those were. I've got them somewhere. Thought I wrote them down here, but we got 5 to shoot across the chrono, and we're going to take this one and tear it down. Now these have been stored just like this, with the bullets down, so the powder's on top of it. So let me get you in here on top of the press so we can see what's going on. All right, we'll see if we can't get this pulled out. I cannot find my number 3 shell holder. We're gonna hope we can pull this out. It's a lot of fun to try to do. We got it, we got it. All right. It's stuck to it, but I don't really see anything wrong with it. Let's get set up here on the table where we can see it a little bit better. All right, there. And darn it, I keep knocking it over. So really don't see much of anything going on. I don't think that could have something to do with it, but I think that's just the way the powder coated was when I stand them up. Let's try scratching it and see what happens. It's trying to come off a little bit. It feels softer. You know, compared to out here where it's pretty hard out there. It won't scratch out there. So we got a little bit of chemical reaction here going on, I think, but not much. Okay, let's go to the range and get a velocity test. Okay, 6 months. Titegroup and powder coat test. Shooting across the chrome. That's not too bad. That's the same as the others. I'll do a shot of both numbers. First time shooting it on paper at 25 yards. It got a pretty good little group. We'll get the target in a minute here. All right. Well, that wasn't too bad. So our velocities really hasn't changed. The average was 869 and then 851 today. That's the original. This is today's. If it hadn't been for this 910 on the very first one, we'd be right in there with it. So velocities hasn't changed. It hasn't affected any of that yet. So, you know, let me grab my tweezers right quick here. Get my big fat fingers out of the way. You say that's about the only thing that's the bottom of it's getting affected a little bit as far as the pulled bullet. Cases all look fine. Obviously, this light charge. First time I put it on paper, that's at 25 yards. Not too bad. A little high, but not bad. I probably could have pulled down on the sight a little bit more. I wasn't fully down at the bottom of that V on that buckhorn sight. So, but anyway, no problem so far at 6 months. So I definitely can know I can load a couple thousand rounds and not have a problem. So, because we use up quite a few of them, and you know, we store them in one of these containers here, you know, like this. So they're not always just like laying Some of them are up, some of them are down, you know. Some of them are going to get affected. Some aren't. So we got another set to run here. We'll let's see, 6 months. That will be June. So it'll be around 1st of June. We'll give it another shot and see what these look like. Hopefully we won't see any softening of the powder coat up into the sides of the bullets. They was definitely saying that there was, so I think Broke Loader 2 was having that on some pulled bullets, but I don't know how long he was letting his set. So we definitely know on the control here it's changing its color completely. So we'll see what it is in 6 more months. So thanks for watching, everybody.